Hello and welcome to the Comic Cave. I'm Ramsey, aka Captain Away, and today I'm continuing my breakdown of the entire Dead at 17 series with the third volume, Revolution. The third volume opens with us meeting presidential hopeful US Senator Vic Alcazan, prepared to charm his way to the top. Guess he'll be an important character coming up. Nope. Guess not. Our intrepid sniper doesn't even run immediately, instead taking the time to spray paint a tribute to David Bowie on the roof. Oh wait, no, this was 2004, so that hadn't happened yet. I guess the symbol must mean something else. We then cut to Noel waking Nara up in the middle of the night to show her his latest gift to her, a sweet old man tied up in his bathroom. Aw, Noel, you really know the ways to a girl's heart. Seriously, someone needs to give Radimer some how not to be creepy lessons. Turns out it's not a sweet old man though, it's a nasty tongue monster. Oh, or a feeder. Yeah, guess they have a weird tongue thing going on now. The feeder doesn't answer their questions, so they throw him in the trunk of their car and continue on down the road to nowhere. At a local diner, they ask around for anyone having possibly seen Violet, but the local yokels are less than helpful. They notice the feeder broke free from their trunk, so they chase after him, but they should have been listening to the Admiral Akbar on their shoulder, cause it looks like it's a trap. All the diners were also feeders. Nara tries to use her powers, but apparently Legion has gained a new ability. Simply by having enough of them around, they act as interference with the angelic power source, cutting Nara off from the above. It's okay, because they're rescued within moments by the same lady who sniped Alcazan in the head. Now, instead of a rifle, she's carrying... Hey, wait a minute. That's not a real gun. That's clearly just Han Solo's blaster. You're not fooling me, Josh Howard. The woman introduces herself as Joan, and also refers to Nara with the last name, Radimer. What? Is Nara Noel's daughter? Shenanigans. Joan also reveals to her new friends that she is the one, working with her grassroots group calling themselves Heaven's Militia, responsible for the attempted assassination of Alcazan. Wait, attempted? She shot that guy straight through the head. Oh, guess he got better. Not only that, but the assassination attempt even earned him some public favor, judging by this People on the Street news segment that we see. Wait, shot, hung, and burned at the stake? All three? Who do you think these people are? An army of Rasputins? Looks like talk of burning is giving Joan some bad flashbacks though. Yeah, turns out she's Joan of Arc. Guess she got resurrected too. Despite her failure at killing Alcazan, turns out she had good reason for doing it. While Nara and Noel were killing themselves looking for Violet, Joan had the girl locked up in her basement. She's pretty much just catatonic now, having been used up by giving birth to Alcazan. Meaning, yeah, Alcazan is that human body that Bolobog wanted in order to enter our world. Meaning also that his first line of the comic, I wouldn't be human if I wasn't, yeah, nice little joke. Since Noel and Joan have some bad blood in their history, some of her men don't trust him and throw him out of their base. So he goes and seeks the help of Hazy and Elijah, who have just learned that they're about to have a baby. Well, that's ominous. Noel wants their help in convincing Nara that Joan's path will only lead her to danger. Hazy reluctantly agrees, and as they drive off to meet her, Hazy starts working on her own diary. Like many a starting writer though, she decides the words just aren't good enough, and rips the page out of the book and tosses it out the window. Whoa, Hazy. Did you just mess with Texas? That cannot be good for your health. Nara isn't at the camp though. She's offered herself as a distraction by surrendering to Alcazan at his own compound. Here, she meets James Freehorn, her actual father. Oh, okay. So, all that stuff with Radimer? Nothing? Well, it seems Radimer was married to Nara's mother, Sarah, who cheated on Noel with James, which got her pregnant with Nara. Sorted. It seems Noel was infertile, but the prophecy regarding Sarah's daughter still stood, so James took it upon himself to see to it that she had the child they needed. But this is no Terry family reunion. Alcazan and Freehorn simply seem to be taunting Nara, and without powers, she instead responds by revealing she's a human bomb. Shower right she was hiding that explosive vest under that skin-tight shirt. Also, no one searched you on the way in? Really? Alakazam manages to knock the detonator out of Nara's hand and begins to beat her savagely. Nara appeals to her blood, but Freehorn feels no ties with her and simply leaves her to her fate. But Bulkasan proves to be a little too sure of his victory, taking the time to gloat and damn God for his silence, which gives Nara the chance to grab the detonator and set them up the bomb. Whoa, seriously? She just blew them both up? Okay. While all the fun had been going down at Shea Alakazam, Noel, Elijah, and Hazy arrived at Camp Heaven to find it destroyed. It seems Violet woke up and burned that mother down. What? It was a bad idea to keep a demonic, supernaturally powered person in your basement? Who would have thought? Luckily, Joan survived and she joins the others in heading to Alakazam's mansion, arriving just as it explodes. A second fight then begins outside the mansion, with Noel fighting James and Joan fighting Violet, in perfect character arc symmetry. Both fights even end in pretty much the same way. Noel eventually manages to knock James to the ground, then puts a gun to his head. Freehorn taunts him saying, "Isn't it against your religion to kill?" To which Noel responds, "Then I'll see you in hell," and fires. Joan is a little less snappy, simply putting her hand on Violet's face and burning her head off with some angel powers, ending with telling her to rot in hell. Pretty gruesome death. Elijah and Hazy are having less character-specific fights, just trying to keep away the hordes of undead, and in the mess, Hazy gets bitten just the way Lisa did in Volume 1. Shouldn't have messed with Texas, Hazy. Both Alakazam and Nara somehow survive the bomb, and both reveal themselves as what they truly are. Nara in this awesome-looking white angelic form, and Alakazam as this still weird-looking demon thing. They quickly have a Dragon Ball Z fight that seems to blow open a pit to hell. As they fall, Nara manages to knock Bolibog away and grabs a ledge, but he pulls himself up to come after her. Fortunately, Nara's saved at the last second when Joan steps in, fully transformed into an angel version like Nara was, and drags Bolibog with her down into the pit. Nara is then rescued from the pit by yet another figure of light. Wait, is that JC himself? Talk about your Deus Ex Machinas. But when she gets out, she only finds that Hazy has succumbed to her bite. That's messed up, man. She was pregnant. So Nara gives her own life force to save Hazy and her baby from the looks of it, and because of that, dies herself. So once again, a volume of this series ends with all the surviving characters standing over Nara's grave, having to move on from the destruction Bolibog has left in their lives. But it seems Nara isn't completely dead, as we see her hanging out there also with Malachi, and he tells her a new purpose now awaits her. Thus brings an end to Volume 3. The comic ended with such finality that I actually assumed the series was over, and consequently didn't look for another series for years. It wasn't until after Volume 4 had come out, and had been collected with the first 3 volumes into the first attempt at a Dead at 17 Ultimate Collection, after the series had moved to Image Comic, that I even learned it existed. I'll cover that series tomorrow, so make sure you stick around for that. Hope to see you then, right here in the Comic Cave.